Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa and Corinne, psych investigator. So everybody, Corinne's back today.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
I know,
Nice to
see
talk to
Corinne.
everybody.
So Corinne had said that we were gonna meet up online here in the video on Friday, but she said, "Oh, it's your birthday," so she wanted to come on, and we were like, you know, next thing you know, it's been 2 hours since we chatted. And so it's my birth, I know I sound like a child, like it's my birthday, but she made she made a cake thing for me, like a video that she wanted me to play. So, but let's do the happy
Yes.
birthday. And also,
hmm
guys, I also was gonna say this, like to think when we do the candles of us celebrating a different time. We escape into the future, right? When we have a different
Yep.
situation, because it's not going to be permanent. This situation, trash. Okay, so.
Yay, it's Rosie's
Okay.
birthday. It's
Okay, she's
Rosie's
so cute. Okay, so
birthday.
all right, so let's see if I can do this. Oh, let's see if this thing works. Oh, did it work? Come on.
Well,
Very
that's a cool little lighter.
messy. Okay. Happy birthday to
Hey, to you. Happy birthday to
you.
you. Happy
Happy birthday.
birthday, dear sweet Rosie.
Happy
Happy
birthday to you.
birthday to
So I'm gonna
you.
hold the candle and I'm gonna take me to the moment when Kamala is taking her job, her real job.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3. Okay, okay, go. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Okay.
Happy
So, okay, I'm
birthday.
just gonna have, so Queen said, okay, I have a little piece here. Just, it's a little sheet cake I got from Trader Joe's. Mm,
Yes.
mm.
Okay.
So, she wants me to play. Okay. Okay, save video. Okay, so,
Hi, Rosie.
hold on a second. So, I'm gonna share. Is that right? No,
Yes, share the screen if you can.
do you see it, Quinn? Do you see this? See
Yeah,
it?
there we go. Yes, it's
All
on.
right, all right. So, okay, so let's play. Let's see. Hold on, how does it play, please? What's going on now? Does it play? That's nice. Okay. Oh no. Oh God. Oh no. What happened? Okay. You know, Karina, I'm gonna have to stop share. Share again because. Okay. So here's the video. Karina, guys, it's been a little challenging to share, but let's see. Let's see.
Hi, Rosie.
Hello.
It's your
Oh,
birthday,
thank you.
and we're here wanting to wish you a happy
Oh,
birthday, Rosie.
oh.
So
Oh,
I've got
that's so sweet. Oh my God, I
boys here. We
noticed.
got Toby, and
That's
we want
cute.
to wish you the best
Oh.
wishes. But I can't just send you regular birthday wishes. I have to send you crystal birthday wishes.
Mm.
So I wanted to show you. Here is an orange calcite.
Okay.
That is full of joy and happiness, and I wish you nothing but joy and happiness for the year to come.
Mm.
And I've got some malachite because I know these three are all about love and happiness in your heart.
Mm.
To me, you can't solve any heart issues without a piece of malachite.
Mm.
So this is rose quartz, which we know what rose quartz is. It's all about love. So this is an emerald.
Oh.
And an emerald is a stone of successful love.
Mm.
So these three right here are a powerful combination for wishing you nothing but love in the year
Mm.
to come. So I am going to touch each one of those and wish you nothing but love. So here we've got a desert rose.
Mm.
Desert rose is also known for protection. Even though it's not a dark stone, it comes straight from Mother Earth. It is actually found here in Arizona.
Mm.
So I wanted to represent with some desert rose and some black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is also for grounding.
Mm.
So as I was setting the black tourmaline and the desert rose out, these were all from inspiration and intuition. So I got a message from Spirit as I was setting those out saying that they wanted to send you a message too.
Mm.
So Spirit asked me to put a stone out for them,
Mm.
thanking you for what you've been doing for them.
Oh, that's nice.
So this right here is frankincense and myrrh.
Mm.
That's what Spirit asked me to lay out.
Mm,
So that right there represents spirit saying, thank you, Rosie.
mm,
And right after that comes green calcite.
mm,
Green calcite is a stone of transformation.
mm,
So isn't it ironic that spirit asked me to put this out and this out?
mm,
Because I wish you a year of nothing but wonderful transformation.
mm. Thank you.
This is an aquamarine.
Mm,
Aquamarine represents peace.
mm,
And to me, it is very peaceful because it looks like the ocean.
mm,
And so I wish you a year of peace.
mm,
We have green adventuring,
mm,
which is abundance.
mm.
So I wish you a year of abundance.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And last but not least, we have an aura quartz.
Mm,
And an aura quartz is a magical stone to me because it's a quartz that has been heated and treated, but it to bring in the beautiful colors, but it's very magical and it represents magic.
mm.
So I wish you the most magical year
Oh,
that you
thank
could
you.
ever, and
Oh,
for many years to come.
oh, that's
So
very sweet.
with the candles burning, we need to sing happy birthday.
Oh,
So
wow, okay.
happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
Birthday,
birthday,
dear
dear Rosie.
Rosie.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to you.
Oh,
Let's
thank
see if
you.
we can get Toby to say happy birthday. Toby, can you say happy birthday? Speak. 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 Oh,
Oh,
good boy.
that's nice. That's nice. Oh,
Happy birthday.
wow, thank you. Thank you guys. So cute. Thank
Okay,
you. That
on
was
behalf of
wonderful.
all Rosie's followers, I'm sure they'd like
Oh,
me to say, Rosie, happy birthday to
thank
you, and
you.
they wish you nothing but love and
Oh, thank you.
for the
Thank you
next
so
year
much.
and many years to come.
Thank you. It's been wonderful. That's great. That's great. Oh, that was wonderful. It was wonderful. Oh, okay, that was really amazing. Thank you so much, really. Those are
You're welcome. You're
very
welcome.
touching. Wow.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Those are
Yeah.
all crystal wishes
Oh,
coming your way, Rosie.
oh,
They've already come your way.
that's great. That's great. The only one by the way, I don't have is desert rose because I don't know why, because it looks kind of ugly and it's when you touch it, it's kind of tough, right? It's not good
It
for
it
the.
is. It is. It's funny because I'm attracted to it. I just love it. I have one here and it's a big piece. I have a really big piece and it actually has a to me it has a face in it.
Mhm,
So to me actually everything has face, isn't
mhm.
it? But I'm very attracted to it for some reason, but it's very protective and
Interesting.
it's not a dark stone because usually dark stones are the ones that are protective. So anyway,
Very good. And
it's
by the
just
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. So by the way, guys, Karina, she's working because people are like, oh, where's Karina? Where's Karina? So Karina's working. She's working on her own. Right, you're working on your own thing, right? And it involves a lot of crystals and also aromatherapy. But when the time
Yes,
when you're ready, when she's ready, in a few weeks, right? A couple weeks, not that far away, we'll discuss it. We'll share it with the world, right?
yes.
Okay.
I'll be
Cool.
ready to share with everybody what I'm putting everything in one place that I've done my whole life.
Mm,
I'm finally putting it all together into
mm,
something.
Wow, wow,
So that's not very easy,
wow, wow.
but
So
it's coming together. So thank you.
very cool, very cool. Wow, wow. So anyway, so Corey and I we talked for like a couple of hours. A lot of it personal. Some of it has to do with what a great day today. Really, it's a day that's gonna go down in infamy, I think, because of the stock market situation and the tariffs.
Yes.
So before I talk to Corinne, I still think that this is not going to last forever. It's but it's kind of something that had to it's like reaching the bottom. And the bottom that was completely created by Trash and his people, right?
Hmm.
And it is something that a lot of the people I was talking to Granos about related to Peter Thiel, they have wished for this. They want a manufactured quote unquote economic collapse
Yes.
of the US and other countries so that they can buy everything for cheap. But so Corina, when so she and I asked about it, and Corina meant it's interesting. I'm just remembering. Corina had said that she saw Kamala, right? Can you go ahead and share that part that you saw? Remember, like you saw talked about Kamala going out. So because okay, I have
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh,
the
okay.
context of this is that
I forgot too.
that's right. The context was that I was looking into some people connected to Peter Thiel before, Shania here on
Yeah.
internet. And because I was a little angry, of course, with everything that's going on about this. And I asked her, are these people going to pay the price? Because clearly, these people are going to have to appear to feel like, oh, this is so bad. I'm doing great now that because my companies are all based in the U.S. and I don't have anything to worry about. And obviously, how shady is that, right?
Right.
She said, and that's when you said, but Kamala, go ahead, right?
Yeah, that's when I said I saw Kamala in there and going after justice. She is not, and I saw a big, like a legal stand with a stack of papers on it, and every single player's name was in that. Like
Mm-hmm,
she's just turning page over page over page, and every person that was involved was on that a sheet of paper. She's not going to leave any stone unturned, and that's what I heard her say. There is no stone I'm leaving unturned.
mm-hmm,
Everything is getting exposed.
mm-hmm,
Everything.
mm-hmm,
And she was the one doing it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
She's still there, people.
So that's right. Because the question, another question I was asking Irina is really about how long it's going to last. And to me, it feels like the latest is a month. It seems like actually a month and a half, but
Yeah.
something like that, like the whole tariff, the whole mess.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's interesting, the images I'm telling you, this image I got is a vacuum cleaner coming back and sucking it all, like all the dirt
Ooh.
and all of it coming. By then, everything will be wrapped up and cleaned up. The White House,
Ooh.
everything from the
Yeah.
people. So when it So in other, but we did the protection, by the way. I didn't do the protection, right? But because we
Yeah.
have
Let's do that.
postals and everything. We did by the way, don't worry, guys. We have had protection in different ways, but let's
Yeah.
formalize it before we get into because now we're still sharing what we saw, but now I'd like to ask for protection. Beautiful way of light coming into my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. A greater circle, a greater circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources that it create the good and are the good, and so it is. Okay, so now going back here to the the
Tariffs.
terrace. That's right. So going back here to this image of the cleanup. Same. So yeah, it does suggest what I'm understanding here is that by the time this is all canceled, like removed, he is also removed. I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like it. So he goes with the terrorists, right?
Yeah.
Is that do you see it too?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Well, as you're saying this, I, I guess I did say it off video before with the sheet coming off. I saw the sheet being finally ripped off
Right.
that I'd always seen over everybody. It just kind of came, whoosh, which matches the vacuum cleaner sucking everything out,
That's right. So just to
being
clarify, guys, so
exposed.
the sheet that because I even asked a sheet what sheet because Karina from the beginning she said there's always it's like a sheet like a
It,
people
yeah, like a sheet, like a bed sheet
that's right
over everybody.
when the people couldn't see not that it's just that there was a sheet like in other words we couldn't see that this is temporary we couldn't see we still saw it as this kind of reality being the truth right
Yeah.
and that this is when she talks about right correct me if I'm wrong Karina right when
Right.
you say that
No.
the sheet is ripped it means that nothing is the truth is back on,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Because from the very beginning, one of my very first visions, when I was shown what was actually happening, it showed me the illusion of the sheet over everybody that couldn't see the truth.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
They were blinded. They couldn't see the truth. They didn't realize Trump didn't win. It was just this heaviness of like a sheet over everybody. So that's coming close to being ripped off,
mm,
pulled
okay,
away.
that's right. So,
So
wow, okay, okay, so then, so the other thing, so just going back to also something I mentioned about the tariffs situation, that we get to the bottom of these people being revealed for what they are. They go through their vision with their harmful desires. They come to pass. And that's something that I've always been kind of afraid of, honestly, because as you know, Cornell, I studied Peter Thiel and all that. I'm not, even I
yeah.
use the words destruction, division, and terror. That's what he's after.
Mm-hmm.
And so part of it comes true from their perspective, right? They create this like at least temporary breakdown. But it kind of tells me that in a way it had to come. I know
Yeah.
it's
Has
hard
to.
to understand, but it kind of has to come to pass in order for it to be removed. Does it make sense?
Mhm. Yes,
That do
it
you
does.
because
Yeah,
it's almost as if until then it has more power as an idea. Until
right,
so it has to kind of happen in order for it to lose. I'm saying for all these people to lose their so-called respect because they have respectability, right? They're like, oh, these are the titans of industry. And they're still, even though they are horrible people, they're Nazis or whatever they, right?
right.
They are, they're respected. So then the masks, the things are lifted,
Mm-hmm.
their
Yeah,
monstrosity is exposed, and they cannot escape justice finally. That's what I see, right, Greta? You also,
yeah. And it's coming back to me what I said during that is that Kamala takes all their money and uses their money to rebuild back America.
mhm, mhm,
And I saw Peter Thiel just shriveling up to nothing on the ground because he can't stand to see people experience joy with his money.
mhm. That's right, that's right. So in other words, the people that created it, that because I don't think I obviously it's not that I'm excusing Trump, but I don't think that he is the architect of this. He's
No,
just the tool, right?
it's
He's the
total
tool that
tool.
makes it that makes it happen.
Yeah,
But it's not so that it's saying it has the truth. It's saying it shows me there's a vomiting, like like you see everything for what it is, the dark
yeah.
holes of it all. And that's when you can start rebuilding. And that's
Mm-hmm.
and it's saying all the MAGA people, like the naive people, they're like, oh, first, oh, they're forced, and I see somebody pushing, look, look,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Yeah,
can't say no, you can't say that anymore. This is the truth, and it's saying it all comes out there, even their conversations recorded about that. And I see because this is the thing, if you also follow the stock market, there is such, I'm sure that the insiders have made millions of dollars betting
of,
on the collapse of a lot of things. So
of
there's a lot of short
course.
sellers who are close to Trump and know this in advance. And but they're going to have to bring back. I
Yeah,
don't see that. I know it's like we have said a lot of things, and some of it sounds hard to believe that, given the lack of justice we have seen thus far, but it's saying no, because it's saying America is going to be so motivated. It's saying
yeah.
no, it's not, they're not going to get away with it, Rosie. Don't worry.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so and it tells me, wow, okay, by October there'll be indictments. And I see Kamala not, I see Kamala in power. I mean, I'm not saying that she's going to be in power in October, but before that, while
Yeah,
she's president, then these things happen.
yeah.
Um,
She's not going to let any of that go unchecked. Not at all. We
mm-mm,
can't because if they leave anything undone at that point, it can just start all over.
mhm.
So, to me, it's just like it's just the scene where everything is wiped out and it's like starting over because it has to be.
But what do
And
you mean by wiped out, Karina?
like everything has to come crumbling down. All of our systems aren't the
But I
systems that are supposed to be saving us right now are not working,
so okay, when you say that, I also want to make sure that looking at the people that are worried about Social Security, are they going to get their payments? Are they going to get just
Yes.
check?
That stuff, yes. I don't see that stuff going away.
No.
I don't see that being a problem or going away. That is, when I look into that, I always hear the words ironclad. So somewhere it's like ironclad. There's not going to that's not going to go away. That's all I ever get. Just
Okay.
be okay with that.
Mm,
But the things that don't work anymore have to be changed because why? It doesn't make sense not to change it.
mm,
And I'm sorry to say it this way because I don't want to offend any men who are watching, but it tells me it needs to be a woman doing the job because she will be the tough one to get the job done.
mm,
The men that are there are not tough. They're not willing to go against the grain. A woman is. She
mm.
will always go against the grain.
Well, and as you say that, when I even see men talking to them, be like, but they didn't mean it. They just, it's like they have families to feed and like they're just misguided, and she's
Yeah.
like,
No,
"Hmm."
no, no, motherfucker.
And
Yeah.
she's
I'm
like,
sorry. I hear,
"Hmm."
I hear that. No, no, mother. Uh-uh. You
Mm.
stand up for yourself. You stand up.
Well, and I
And
see she
sadly,
tweeted to
it's
them,
the
"We're
women
not
doing
going
it.
back." She says, "We're not going."
No,
That's it.
no.
And they say, "Well, that welcome to the new reality where they have to face consequences for their actions because we all,
Yes.
right? As
Yeah.
people of color, we all have." She's saying.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and it's kind of interesting. Spirit showing me right now, and it's kind of telling me this too for my own self. Every lifetime I think, well, yes, yes, Karina. Every lifetime I've had, I have apparently fought oppression for women,
mm,
and it's coming across to me so big right now that's why a lot of us women right now in this what they call the 4 a.m. club are feeling what we're feeling because we've been oppressed in so many lifetimes and in this lifetime that this is the time we're all going, hell no, we're not going back. No more. No more, no more. Give us our pitchfork, whatever we need to have. Baseball, we're willing. We're fighting. We're not going back. So it's coming out. It's coming out. You can't put that genie back in the bottle. I'm sorry.
wow. Okay, you know,
No.
I'm getting something. This is so random, but I'm getting this very clear information. So, I think yesterday, something like random stuff comes up on YouTube, like news about Jeff Bezos. You know, it's like so wasteful. So Jeff Bezos is getting married in Venice in June. And it's like, of course, Venice is famously extremely expensive, and it's so full
Yes.
with tourists, and it's gonna be millions and millions of dollars. And I see that he's like, Lori, we can't go through with it. No, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, Lauren. I'm so sorry. Because it's saying he is the symptomatic of the excess that not to say, I know I do think technically Peter Thiel is worse than Jeff Bezos as far as
Yeah.
economic, but he symbolizes he's the guy who let Rome burn, right? And like here
Right.
he is having his big party, but he's also gonna face consequences. And I think there and I see there's something about it could even be the tariff. The tariffs are gonna be very damaging, at least initially for Amazon. I think.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
he's gonna like, oh, but I'm so sorry, I can't. Uh, and because I feel like he realizes how, not that he was ever very popular, I don't think he was, but his
Mm-mm.
association with Trump, he loses any, and in a good way, he loses any and all credibility that may have had before because, oh, he's not as bad as the others, but now that he has chosen to join that club, not only is this company gonna like face consequences, but I see Kamala people going after finally all these big companies that destroy, that don't pay employees very well, and they just have all kinds of excuses for everything. And that as he becomes very preoccupied with this, he can't go through with his wedding. That,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so random because I was not curious about him at all. But
I know that is Brenda. That's a good hit. That's a
did
good
you
hit.
did you did you get something?
Well, yeah, I got a really creepy image.
Mm.
Okay, so do you know the yacht that blew up, got caught in that storm, that random storm out in
Yes,
the
yes,
middle, and
yes,
we said it was hubris.
yes.
That's what I got. Same essence. If he tries to go through with it, it's hubris. There might be some disaster because of their just keep saying hubris, hubris.
That's right. And
So
oh, and I even see, wow, that's interesting. There's a lot of protesters. They're going to try to block because Venice, I've never been there, but it's like hard to, they could have all kinds of protests blocking the
yeah,
boats and like, because even anywhere in the world, people are so tired of them. It's not
they're
just Elon
tired of them.
Musk. It's
Yes,
like them and their access. And also Venice environmentally is very fragile. You
it's
can't have
challenged right now.
Right.
Exactly.
And you can't have these like people bringing their huge things and everything is like, oh, the money is not saying, honey, money is not an object. You can bring, oh, just get some, 100 pounds of whatever beef from Japan or whatever. And it's like all these private airplanes. It's like the mayors and I even see the prime minister of Italy being like, enough is enough. We're not going,
Yeah.
you're going to destroy our historical cities just because you have, the lady. And it's funny because I used to think that there's something cool about her, but she's not even human anymore.
No.
And I'm not, honestly, and by the way, guys, should I tell about, I'm almost 50, just so, like, she's not, we're pretty close in age, I think. I,
Yeah.
she's over 50, but not that, so, but she doesn't need it,
No, she just looks plastic.
and she's so like, I don't
Yeah.
know, like,
It's the
why?
same look. It's the same look of the rich billionaire wives.
That's right.
They all have the same look.
And I feel like she wants to be so, she's like, oh no, but listen, let's go to the doctor. I need to get some 50 grams of fat from my waist so I can get, uh,
Injected into my lips.
yeah, oh, and so I can fit into that couture dress. And like, Jeff, what do you think, Jeff? What do you think? And I see that was something interesting, and it shows me the wife, he had a really cool wife. His first wife was really cool.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Mackenzie, I think her name is. So she's done a lot of great things for the world already. And she's like, I knew it. That's something like suddenly he sees how ridiculous he looks.
Yeah.
And I see her telling him, Jeff, I knew this was your midlife crisis. I didn't want to say that how ridiculous you look, but now you know how ridiculous you look. I'm glad it may have taken you a while, but now you know. And I see that his kids, because they were raised by the mom, and like back when he was not as bad, they're like, oh my God, that is so embarrassing. What is that lady? What the hell is she made out of? Plastic.
Hmm.
Oh, and the kids are really cool. And he has adopted kids too, but they're like, whoa, she's not a bad person, but and then I see like they're like, thank God it's been canceled. Whoa. But it's saying that it's the canceling of the billionaire era.
Hmm.
Yeah, they get it. They learn that the world is not interested in them. Really,
No,
because those people are shoved on down our throats, right?
absolutely. And they keep all the power. It's like, I actually see in the future, there's other companies besides Amazon you can order from.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Right.
other people having success at those same kind of companies. And it feels more even and balanced for me that it's not just Amazon. So that part of it, I believe Kamala is going to break up the conglomerates as well and not let them have such a stronghold on controlling everything, because it's like one company can wipe out a whole mall. Think about it. People
Mm-hmm.
don't shop at a mall anymore because they can shop on Amazon, which I'm just as guilty. So, I was sedentary ill for so many years. That's the only way I survived. So I can't say I didn't do it too, but I see in the future that we will have more choices.
That's right. That's right. Wow. So okay. So that was fascinating. Right? So
It was fascinating.
let's go back a little bit to the point of like, because I had seen the thing about so that the tariffs lasting up
Yes.
to a month and a half, and then you saw the thing lifting. I saw the vacuum cleaner sucking it all, and then sucking all of the bad people out of the White House and everything. So so I know the dates. We never know exactly. The dates could be somewhat flexible still. But how does it tell me about that? That's right. I see it saying this, Rosie, they're trying to destroy the country on purpose. And
Hmm.
yes, the military, I still see there's like, yes, the military is going to move on them because they're going to want the military to protect Russia.
Yes.
So they're going to say nobody's saying now that they see the chaos they have created, they're going to double down on it. And they're going to be like, no, 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 we're not going to do anything about it. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's the mob thing they have going. But it's almost like they're dead men walking in the sense
Hmm.
that like
Hmm.
it's pretty over for them.
Yeah.
And even if they're allowed to go on with this charade for a little bit, it's not going to last.
No. And
So
everything they're creating, they're going to have to experience.
that's right.
They're going to
Wow.
go, all that disaster that they're creating is now, it's going to be their disaster because, they're not going to be allowed to keep all those funds.
Mm-hmm.
Leon too. His money is going to be gone. They're going to take it.
And I see also, so I know there was a controversy the other day, about the Putin. I see Putin as he goes down, as all this goes down, he's in his deathbed, basically. He's in bed, like he's very ill, becomes very ill later, and it's clear that people will know it's saying it's not. I don't see that it's necessarily going to be one day to the next. It's just going to be like, oh, he starts to not that the war starts to be wobblier. They have clearly less of a command. The Russian army does because Putin is more absent until he goes.
Yeah.
Uh, and I feel like it's interesting. I see first the falling of the Trump administration and then Putin 2 or 3 months ill and then goes. Do you see anything? And I see also, but it's seen they're all these bad people are kind of connected,
They are
energetically.
very connected. So it's all within a couple months of each other
Right,
because
right,
it's one leads to the other. They're all
right.
connected.
And they'd say they feed each other. So once one,
Exactly.
oh, they're like, oh, this person's doing good, so I'm good too. And so fascinating.
Yeah.
There's,
And
wow.
the thing is, when one goes down, who's going to be the one, that tries to step up, be the leader, and or push the blame on somebody? They're all going to be rats. So when one goes down, they're going to try to bring the other one down. I'm not going down alone. I'm going to take everybody with me. So it's just one big rat eating fest with each other. One
Wow.
rat eating the other.
Okay, so I know people are going to be scared, of course, for their own 401ks and everything, but you saw, Karina, right, that it's going to come back up. Is that?
Yes, I believe it will come back up because we have to go through this correction anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it happens now or later, it's a correction that we are going to go through too. And this, they're doing this on stuff on purpose. We're losing money while they're making money off us losing money because they're betting on us losing money. So that's going to be exposed too, and all that will get corrected eventually, but it'll come back up. I know it's really scary. I'm in the same position, wondering of what's happening. So, but I have, like Rosie, I believe it's only temporary, and the corrections will take place, and everything will come back into balance.
And it says the people that are kind of okay, the irony, the good irony is going to be that the people that are like the tech people that essentially largely supported Trump and like, oh, it's fine, he's doing the right thing. The Peter Thiels of the world, they are the ones whose companies are going to suffer. So
Mm-hmm.
saying the karma is going to come quick for them.
Yep.
It's saying Kamala, oh, I see Kamala having an executive order saying we suspend all the companies X, Y, and Z that got contracts during the Trump administration that support. She has the power to do that as a president.
Yep.
So she will. She's not gonna be like, oh, let's do, they think
No.
she's gonna take it's a new attitude. She's gonna be like, oh, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's wait until they have like, all the perfect,
Nope.
oh, let's wait until they have the appeals. They're like, no, let's act first because we know what they're capable of. They've
Yep.
already done it. They showed us who they are. And I
Yep.
see that she goes on TV saying, oh, we know who you are. You know what you're capable of. You just showed us that you're willing to burn the country down. So we're gonna go after you. You got a problem? Go to the DOJ. Try to cut it. We want to talk to you. But we know who you are. The
Yeah.
times have changed. We know what this is about. You know who committed a crime. Can't
Yep.
get away with it anymore. No, no, no,
Mm.
no.
Mm-mm.
So,
Yes, and she's not going to have a sleepy DOJ either.
mm,
She is going to have bulldogs in there.
wow,
The
good.
Jack Smiths of the world, Sally Yates, that kind of energy. She is going to have power behind her.
Oh, and I see Sam Alito like, but she's
Yeah.
so harsh. It's not fair.
She's so mean. Women
Because
are
he's saying that she's
mean.
gonna trace. She's like, no, no, there's no standard here. If you're in the Supreme Court, we want to look at your bank accounts. We want to know where the money's coming from. You don't want to answer for it, you lose your job. That's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't mince words. She says it like it is. She is not afraid to show her power, especially, especially when she comes back.
Mm,
When she comes back,
mm,
she's going to be, I can see the first month, being very neutral, not neutral, because she's going to hit the ground running, but she's going to make everybody comfortable like she does.
mm-hmm,
And then, bam, you better look
mm,
out. If you're not, I mean, I can see now everybody's feet like flip, how they run and they don't go anywhere. They're just trying,
mm, mm.
oh my God, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. We're scared. No, you're not
Oh,
getting out of
so
here.
Corina, something else before we forgot, this is related to the whole now how
Yeah.
let's Kamala get in and everything, but we talked about anonymous. And by the
Oh,
way, I had the discussion with someone that the anonymous again, it's not that they're really cool and all that, but they haven't necessarily quite done
right.
something big, and they're also not a government, so they don't have the power to actually do something. And we know that nowadays it doesn't matter. We have so much news about Trump being owned by Russians and everything. Nothing happens because the news does not have power necessarily. And so, in some ways, I think anonymous, even if they were to have information, they don't have the power to make things happen because they're not inside a government. But Corina saw that. And I do think that a lot of these intelligence agencies, especially for example the Dutch, we know they saw what was happening in the 2016 election. They have all the information. But you said, Corina, right, that Anonymous has information about the election interference. They have the,
Yes.
right? You said,
Yes.
but you said that, so Corina, you said that, I'll let you speak. I don't wanna, you know.
You want me to, okay, about the guy? Yeah. So
Oh, no,
I,
just
go
the,
ahead.
no, because I just want to say the part where you said that there's something like, that they wanted, the Anonymous wanted the government, some government to do something, which I think is
Right.
correct. Because given, this like Russians or whatever, whoever, they could be wiped out quickly. You know what I mean? If they have information, they're non-governmental actor. It's better to give the information to ask or push for
Right.
governments or whatever to do something about it. So go ahead. Now,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So I think they're pushing the foreign governments to do it.
Hmm.
And honestly, I have, this whole time I was off, I completely stayed away from everything just because with me working on my own projects, I have to stay in a higher vibration and I just didn't want to dip into the news. But I did hear about the anonymous thing. My husband was telling me that. And as soon as I heard it, I had this image of anonymous being in this building. And there was a younger man, I would say between 24 and 27 years old, kind of a sandy blonde, hairish guy walking. And he had like white shirt on, khaki pants, and he was um, a former employee of Leon.
Mm,
And in the very beginning, when Rosie and I started this, I remember seeing like about 5 or 6 guys that worked for Leon that would end up um, getting fired or be disgruntled and turn on him. So, anyway, this guy was walking towards this building with Anonymous in it. And all of a sudden, he was shrouded in, like, he was covered in secrecy. And then they, like, quickly got him into the building, shuffled him in really fast. So, the gist of it was it wasn't like a kidnapping or anything like that. They weren't taking him. He was going there willingly, but it was total secrecy. That's what it was showing me, that was done in total secrecy. So I believe there is a person within Anonymous that worked for Leon and is helping them with the info. But then it took me to where Anonymous is pushing the governments in other countries to leak the information. They
mm,
have it all. They know it. They
mm.
have every bit of it. It's
So,
true. It's out there.
so Corina, do you see, because given this timeline, let's say a month and a half or so, that the whole thing is going to collapse, including tariffs and Trump or whatever, right? Do you see this information about, because I think it has to come out in order for
Yes.
us to get it, what happened here? Is this the information that he stole the election going to come out?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And I got that as soon as, I'm with you with the anonymous thing because, they really haven't done much and you hear about them and this and that. But this time it felt really different for me.
Hmm.
It felt really different that they were on the side of justice and pushing for it and will help get that information out. That's the thing. You know what, you guys, for somebody like Anonymous, it's a click away. That's what Spirit says. It's a click away, meaning that somebody else can get that information and get it out there. So it is out there. It just has to be, the word I get is exposed. So it's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. All right. That's good. That's good, Karina. That's great.
Yeah.
So very oh, and I got this confirmation that you said about the it's saying also part of the reason why they have the insider information because there are insiders who participated in the election scam still
Right.
that decided to go with them to share what they have. So
Yes.
there I see that I do is that I see this Asian kid. I wonder if it's the one that we had. Ed, I remember his name, but I see so this kid saying to them, I'm worried for my life. If something happens to me, you should have this. And so they work together to show
Hmm.
it works, to kind of
Hmm.
reveal it. So, so, and
Yeah.
so,
Well, because there are a few of those guys, and I constantly want to say five or six that know what Leon did, and they know everything he did. He didn't, it's not just America's election; it's other countries' elections, it's other schemes. It's not just this; it's his government contracts, the things he's doing. So because he's not the one pushing the buttons. He's the one telling people, well, this is the king I want to be. Make it happen.
mm-mm,
You're the tech person. You're the smart one. Make it happen. He's not the smart one. So there is about five or six guys that have been in on every single detail because they're the ones that had to do it.
mm-mm.
So they're the ones that are going to help bring him down.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Good. Wow. Okay. Cool, Karina. Very cool. Wow. So
Can't wait for
excellent.
that to happen.
That's right. So, no, but I think that is there, does the Spirit have anything else for us to share today about all of this, or? No, it's interesting. I see the Superman pictures. This shows the of both Tim Walz and Kamala Harris. She's like Superwoman. He's Superman. Wow. Dun 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 dun. Is that the song? Dun
Yeah.
dun 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 dun. So they're like flying, and they're like, "Yes, we got the White House. It's all covered. We got it covered. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. It's over. No more trash. No more trash." And I see they come with dogs, with those dogs that can smell
Yeah.
rats,
Yes.
the terriers. Mm.
Yeah.
No more rats in the house. No more
Sniffing them out.
hungry. So, well, this is epic, Corinne. It's very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
So,
And I did just get that I told you about earlier. I just got it again that from Joe. I
mm,
I got a message from Joe Biden while
mm-hmm,
Rosie was gone, and it was because I was having one of those days where I was feeling all the emotion,
mm,
and he looked at me and he said, "Quit moping around, kid.
mm,
Get your chin up. You know the deets. You know the truth. You know what's going on.
mm, mm.
So
Wow. Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good.
quit moping around, kids.
Mm.
Let's keep our chins up."
Yes. Yes. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. All right. Oh, and it's saying just one more thing. It's saying because as I was getting ready to say goodbye here, I got the question like, oh, but people are gonna say like, oh, Rosie, but you had said before that the thing is not gonna happen. This is not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. But it's saying the entire American population is gonna be against them. Wall Street completely against them. Even if they were supported them for a bit, it's like it's gonna be very inevitable.
Yeah.
And the way it's saying this had to happen so that it's completely not partisan, but it's like common sense, right? That it's
Money affects everybody.
right. And it's not just money, but it doesn't make sense that the population is on the side of removing the guy. He's not apt. Those people are crazy. And he's saying, we know that we're also afraid of like JD Vance taking over, but JD Vance is gonna be even crazier than him with his
Yeah.
statements. So nobody's gonna want him either.
Mm-mm.
Right? So they're all going down together. It's
Yeah.
funny. So
It's
okay.
where that trash truck that you saw in the beginning is coming.
That's right. That's right. So all right, guys. So that was great. That's great. So thanks for watching.
Yes.
Great to see you again,
Thanks for
Karina.
watching.
And we'll,
Yes. Nice to see everybody.
yeah.
And once again, happy birthday to Rosie.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And we talk at least once a week, right, Karina?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely. And if it's more, great. If it's once a week, we'll see you then.
That's right. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So thanks for everything, Karina, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk soon.
Yes.
Okay?
Bye, everybody.